On this week's World of Saltwater Fishing, I will be with Erica Lynn, a YouTube sensation, and we'll be fishing off Marathon in the fabulous Florida Keys, and we're going to experience a red-hot mahi bite. Don't miss this episode.
George POVEROMO'S World of Saltwater Fishing. Big fish don't stand a chance.
Well, here's a very interesting slant, at least for me. I had the Mark 6 at the Ferro Blanco Resort Marina in Marathon in the Florida Keys, and I was teaming up with Erica Lynn, who is a YouTube sensation.
It's amazing just over the couple years how social media has grown, and my followers have grown also, and they love following along with all my catches. And now that I'm doing a lot more YouTube with my skiff, I'll put the GoPros up and film a whole show myself. I do a lot of inshore fishing mostly, but I love the offshore stuff also. I get to dabble in that once in a while. But back home I do a lot of topwater, a lot of inshore fishing for snook and redfish, and I also do a lot of fly fishing also inshore. So that's mostly what I spend my time in, but like I said, I do love to do some offshore fishing also. It's always a fun time out there.
Erica met up with me aboard the Mark 6 at the Ferro Blanco Marina. We're loading tackle, we're talking about what the strategy is going to be. We had live bait set to go. I rigged at least a couple dozen weedless ballyhoo, and the name of the game would be to run offshore, look for frigates, look for weeds, any kind of debris that could lead to dolphin.
So we're getting everything set up for a great day on the water. We were really excited because the weather looked like it was going to be perfect.
We cross over into about 650 some odd feet of water, still trucking offshore looking for signs, and we see a frigate bird start to circle a little bit low and then pull itself back up high. So we had gone over there, slowed the Mark 6 down, and rather than putting the full spread out by fishing just two baits, if we saw a frigate working in the distance, we could quickly reel in these two baits and run over to find versus taking an entire trolling spread. So we wanted to stay mobile enough that if we had to charge off somewhere, we could do it in a matter of seconds.
Got him. Oh, I got one on him.
Do you?
Yep. Oh, we're tight. We got one.
Doubled up?
Doubled.
Nice,
Woo!
nice. We have a double first thing in the morning under the first frigate bird.
This is a nice one.
Hit the autopilot on one, back off a little bit, just keep it going forward.
Yes.
Try to help us all out. You see any followers?
No, not now.
I'm gonna go ahead and help you out here. When you
Okay.
get close, I'll just flip that in, maybe.
Want me to flip him in? There's a gaff right here if you want to grab.
Let me see what size he is. Why don't you wind
He's a
him
little
up?
bigger.
Oh, he is bigger.
Yeah.
Let me get a little gap on this one. Keep going. Keep wind.
Yep, hold on.
Keep winding. Keep winding. He's a little big.
There we go.
All right. I don't want to gamble that one on the
that's
flip.
a nice one. He is already changing color too.
Well, here you go.
Great fish.
I don't mean to bother you, but I've got something on this line.
Why don't you take care of that fish? I got this one.
I'll work this, see if we have another one.
Let's get him in the box for now.
I'll probably just flip this one in the boat. No pickups on the chunk bait?
No.
I'm gonna make
Great
a dinner
fish.
contribution for
I know,
us here.
that's perfect. Let me get that box. Add him to the pile.
And another one. Let's get some ice on top.
Yep.
Very good.
Great fish,
Well,
George.
it's weird just picking it up in
We did great,
this area
yes.
here. You did awesome too. We got the skunk out of the boat, and at that point, you just had that feeling it's going to be a spectacular day because the weather was right. There were reports of mahi pushing through, and we were going to find more.
George POVEROMO'S World of Saltwater Fishing is proudly brought to you by Penn. Let the battle begin. Mako. You'll find them where the fish are. Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. Mercury Marine. Go boldly. George, we'll be right back.
With amazing weather and a weed line up ahead, Erica Lynn and I get ready for what we hope will be some solid mahi action. We're offshore a Marathon in the fabulous Florida Keys. So as the morning was progressing, we happened upon a nice long weed line, formed pretty good, although there's a lot of scattered weeds throughout. And we had the weedless ballyhoo. Said, this looks like a good find. We're out here in 680 feet of water. No other boats, which is another benefit of coming down here during what they call the slow season to Florida Keys, in that if you find something, more times than not, you have it all to yourself. And we had this weed line all to ourselves.
At one point, you know, we were running and gunning, looking for some frigate birds, looking for some sort of structure, and way off in the distance, we thought we saw something orange, or there's some sort of debris out there, you know. So we cruised on over, and sure enough, it was this random buoy that seemed to be floating around some weeds, and we trolled around it.
And I went right between the weeds and its float. And sure enough, here comes a wake, bam, bam, we're on to mahi.
About to be on over here. Oh, we're on. Nice fish.
You know what you could do? Is you could bring that on. Maybe you took the bait, there's that goggle eye tethered up in that live.
Nope.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there he is, there he is. We're doubled.
There you hook, you solid?
Yep, I got him this time. Woo!
Nice.
Nice jumps.
Once again, you got the bigger fish in exchange.
I don't know, George. We'll see once they come in. You might have the bigger one this time.
Here comes mine. Let me see if we have any followers.
I don't see any with them.
All right, I'm gonna flip mine in then.
All right.
Incoming.
All right, coming up.
Look at that.
Yes. Nice mahi. I wasn't sure if he was gonna come back for that bait, but we got him. Great fish, George.
And here they are. So we fight these fish to the boat, and we're looking, still no school fish. So we boated these, put the baits back out, went up a ways, made a circle, came back through there again, bam, bam, more mahi. I gotta tell you.
Another nice mahi. Woo!
You
Nice
do
job.
it for offshore fishing, with the style and everything you have. All I could say is not bad for a snook inshore pro like you are.
I appreciate that, George.
Take you out of your element and you pick it up fast.
Oh man, you can't beat these mahi fights. They're such cool fish.
Go to your left a little bit. Actually, you might just
Ooh,
spear it
there we
out
go.
just to be sure.
Perfect.
Okay.
Great shot there.
I rigged the ballyhoo weedless, so you drag them right through this stuff. You don't snag, and you're fishing a lot more. Check that out.
Awesome fish.
Like those colors are beautiful, huh?
Mm-hmm. Gorgeous colors.
There we go. You ate it. There we go.
Oh, there
nice
you go.
one there.
Nice one. Another nice one.
I'll lead you in here nice and easy. I'll get you a good, big, clean shot.
Hey, there we go. Nice fish. Yes. Awesome.
I don't mind telling you. I
Awesome.
think you did a better gapping job than I did.
I won't tell anyone. That was perfect. Nice fish, George.
Well, give me credit for the perfect hook job now.
Look at
right
that.
there in the bottom lip.
Right in the bottom. And I think George was a little scared, honestly, because I was a little too good at those gaff shots a few times that he kind of looked at me like, oh, that was really good. You're a little dangerous over there with that.
Marathon in the Florida Keys. When we're here, we stay at the Faro Blanco Resort. It's a very easy place to work out of. Number one, you have the resort itself. The accommodations are spectacular. They have everything, our exercise rooms, pool, lounge, outside restaurant, as well as an indoor restaurant. A very comfortable, beautiful place to work out of. Basically, any size boat will dock here, from yachts down to even a flat skiff. And given the property here for accommodations, it's little wonder that when we come to Marathon, this is the combination that we do. Faro Blanco Marina and the Faro Blanco Resort and Hotel.
George Poveromo's World of Saltwater Fishing is proudly brought to you by SIMRAD. Go with SIMRAD and go with confidence. Rapala holds the world record for world records. Suffix, always use the best line. Starbright Boat Care Products, blending technology with performance since 1973. George, we'll be right back.
What to do when each pass by a red buoy produces mahi? Spoiler alert, you circle that red buoy. Erica Lynn and I have found the mahi off Marathon in the Florida Keys.
I had the pleasure of having George kind of teach me how to rig those weedless ballyhoo, and I love being hands-on, so that was a real treat just to kind of get to have a little more hands-on experience with the whole catch. And it worked out great. You know, there were some scattered weeds out there, and having that ballyhoo rigged weedless. We didn't end up having to really clear the lines hardly at all. So that was actually a nice game changer. We weren't having to constantly be watching those lines for weeds. Woo! This one might be a little bigger, George.
I think it is.
Oh, there's another one on. Oh, there's just a...
Oh, he spit me. Okay, come over the top. I'll trade places with you. Okay, good. Oh, we got is that a flipper? Let me see here. Yeah, steer him like a car if you could. And you're doing well.
He'll come.
You're doing well.
Yeah, there he goes.
Good.
Yep.
Almost. Yeah, just hold him that far away from the prop.
There we go. He's coming around.
Do you want to flip him or you want me to?
I'll flip him in.
All right, you're going to flip him in. Get out of your way. You do a good job. I'll try to get something else hooked up here.
Ooh.
What a pro.
Hey, another beautiful mahi. Look at that. There it goes.
Okay. You want me to get the fish box for you? Ooh. Or do you think you got that too?
Do you want to grab that for me? I'm going to move the rod here. Another one for dinner. Nice fish. All right, going in.
You know, you're keeping me so busy. I'm sitting there rigging about, you're burning them up as fast as I can rig them.
We're a good team, right?
We're working well, that's for sure.
So from that point, I put it to work. I said, come on, let's rig some more weedless ballyhoo. Take some of the heat off of me.
Nice mahi.
Hey, it's a good job at the wheel.
Great job at the rod there. Got him hooked up nice.
Lift that up. I might pick them on the other side, just to make it a little easier. Going under you.
Yep.
And coming this side. I might flip this one.
All right.
Let's see.
Whoa. Coming in hot. Great job. Yes. Great job there, George.
A must-see attraction in Marathon is Pigeon Key, which is rich in history and visual sights. When touring a property, one gets a true sense of what yesteryear in the Florida Keys was really like. Chris Rowell, Operations Director of Pigeon Key, gives an up-close and personal tour.
So Pigeon Key, we're that little tiny island underneath the 7 Mile Bridge. So we're a historic site, so every single day we run history tours out here. You can walk down or bike down or bicycle down the old 7 Mile Bridge right here. You can also take our train out to the island. So we run history tours every single day. You can also have this beautiful beach right here behind you. So a lot of times people will bring out picnic baskets, coolers, bring lunch, drinks, the whole works, and have a nice private island all to themselves.
George's Tackle Locker, brought to you by King Sailfish, the pioneer of catch and release mounts. Visit kingsailfish.com.
Along with the introduction of their new Global Fix V5 AIS ePerb, ACR's new Rescue Link AIS GPS personal locator beacon is the world's first PLB to include both AIS, which is Automatic Identification System, and NFC, which is Near Field Communication, in addition to standard satellite notification. AIS can mean even faster rescue times, as it's required in many ships and commercial vessels. AIS-equipped vessels can pick up an AIS signal from an activated PLB. Near Field Communication, or NFC, ensures the beacon is working properly when needed and provides easy access via smartphone to all functions and records. Accurate positioning through 406 MHz satellite connectivity means reliable service worldwide. In addition to a boat ePerb, a PLB should be worn by all individuals heading offshore or into large bays and sounds, especially when night or low-light travel is involved. It could be a lifesaver in a man-overboard situation.
Mercury Performance Stats, Marathon, Florida Keys. Seas, 1 to 2 feet. Power, triple Mercury VERADO 400 horsepower outboards. Props, Mercury Inertia Eco 21-inch pitches. Total miles, 78. Consistent cruise, 4,500 to 5,000 RPM. Speed, 48 miles per hour. Total fuel burn, 78 gallons. We'll be right back. George Poveromo's World of Saltwater Fishing is proudly brought to you by the Florida Keys and Key West. Come as you are. ACR, the leader in marine safety electronics. Papa's Pilar Artesian Crafted Rum. Never a spectator. VMC, your expert in hooks. King Sailfish, the pioneer of catch and release mounts. Visit kingsailfish.com.
So we're gonna head on back, get the boat cleaned up before we had to clean up the mahi. And as we're heading back in, we saw this one lone weed patch. You know, it was nice, tight weed patch that, you know, let's go check that out. Let's see what's on there.
They're everywhere.
Talk to me, what's going on?
Oh,
So many.
running away back in, we find it's one big lone patch. And what you notice, the Miami Sea Aquarium, there's triple tail, there's thousands of barjack, mahi under here. It's a little bit of everything. So of course, you have to take advantage of it.
Between pitching at fish and trolling Rapala swimming plugs on the hope of also scoring a wahoo, Erica and I ended up limiting out on mahi.
And as we took a look a little closer at this weed patch, I think it was George that pointed out that, hey, what's that underneath there? I think that's a triple tail. Oh man, he's a big one. Let's try to catch him.
So Erica grabs a spinner, puts a piece of cut bait, but the problem here is you have all these barjack. They see that bait when it's still in the air, and they go down on it, and it's like piranha. The triple tail was starting to swim out from the weed lines. She took a shot on top of the weeds behind the triple tail and pulled the chunk basically across the fish's back and right in front of its nose.
Right there. You got it.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'll get the net for this fish.
Suffix 832 is an ultra-strong, small diameter braid. A blend of 8 fibers braided at 32 weaves or picks per inch provides small diameters, superior abrasion resistance, and ultra roundness. This roundness contributes to longer and more accurate casts, high strength and sensitivity, and fewer wind knots.
Would you like to see your triple tail?
Love to see my triple tail, George. Show him to me.
And my eyes got really big because I don't believe this is actually happening. She got that piece of bait to this triple tail, and I was just impressed at that alone. Pull inside the Ferro Blanco Marina, and I said, now she was really good with the angling skills and very good with the gaffing skills and really good at bait rigging.
So George whipped out all the Starbreak cleaning products, and we got to work, or I got to work. Had a nice little beverage before we start, and we got to town on those mahi, and before you know it, we were done. We really whipped through them pretty fast.
We had just enough time to make it to the Island Fish Company. They had a table waiting for us, and we brought in the triple tail and the mahi, and they went to work cooking it all different ways, which that's one of their specialties. If you have your own catch, bring it in. And Erica went back in there to see what they were doing to fish and get a glimpse of what was going on back there, and she came back very impressed. And I was impressed that when they brought everything out, they had to move another table to our table to put all the different dolphin preps and the triple tail in front of our crew.
Prepared all different ways. One was with the almond encrusted, one was fried, every single one was absolutely amazing. You catch the fish itself, and then you go from the cleaning, and then you see it prepared at the table. Is really, really cool, and of course everything was delicious.
What a perfect wrap to a fishing trip. I'm taking a YouTube sensation out, Mr. Broadcast TV, apples and oranges, but we got along so well.
We had an amazing fishing day. We caught some of George's favorite species, the mahi, so then the extra surprise catch at the end with the triple tails.
She picks up on it fast, a very good angler, a very good bait rigger, washes a mean boat, pours a good Papa's Blur rum and Coke, and just a joy to be with. So I came away with Erica Lynn with a newfound respect for some of the YouTubers, not all of them.
So overall, it was an amazing trip, amazing day, and a gorgeous resort here in Ferro Blanco. So it's been an honor, and I hope to fish with them again really soon.
If you want to keep track of our fishing adventures, we welcome you to follow us on our social media. I'm on Facebook at facebook.com/George.Poveromo. I'm on Instagram at George Poveromo. And you could see our shows in 4K broadcast quality on YouTube at my YouTube channel, which is George Poveromo TV. Jump aboard and ride along with us.